Hi, my name is Marty Millman. This is Dean Millman right here. He's a handsome man.
All right, Marty, how do you feel about being a senior and your upcoming graduation in May?
Oh, anxiety, man. I don't know where my future is going at all. Feels like just yesterday I was a freshman and I had no worries. So, yeah.
Anxiety about what in
Um,
particular?
where the future is taking me, almost all my professors are telling me I need to go to LA, and I do not like LA. I just as an editor, I feel like my life is very unpredictable because I could just go forever without having a project, and like editing projects only last like a couple months. And usually like I'm just get onto a project, I guess, when I'm not part of any of the production or anything like that. So just the fear about where my income's coming from, and if I have to work in food service again, which is a no for me.
Do you have an idea of what you want to do afterwards, like specifically job wise?
Um, Hopefully edit really weird films, maybe do music videos. I really am just so tired of watching the same stories over and over again in movie theaters. So I want to see new stories. I want to see like really weird stories or stories from perspectives that I haven't seen. So I really want to try to get on projects that are very distant to what I already know.
Okay. And what particular fears do you have about your career or life wise? Like, not like fear of finding a job, but like what would be your worst career situation that you could think of? Or like life wise, what could be, like ultimate no for you?
Um, Worst idea of my life is just, I don't know, like basically not being able to find the jobs that I want, and just not feeling purpose, Like, I don't want to get onto projects I don't feel connected to, but like, yeah, you have to pay the rent. So it's either having a long life of meaningless jobs that I'm just doing to pay my bills, or it's finding very small jobs every once in a while that I actually feel connected to.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel about your current relationships, friend wise, intimately, etc.? Do they seem like lasting right now, or do you still seem like you're in the phase of you're figuring out who you want around you?
I definitely think I'm still trying to figure out who I want around me. I'm very nice and very like, um, I'm a doormat basically. So I let a lot of people into my life who just need someone to kind of step their feet on, and I let people do it, and I'm very nice about it. So I help a lot of shitty people, and I really need to like learn to befriend people who actually are like good for me, because those few that are changed my life, but the rest I literally could do without, but for some reason just keep going back to them.
All right, and to end on a lighter note, what are you most excited for about your future?
Um, the, I guess, ambiguity of it, like, not gonna lie, I didn't think I would be alive this long, so like, I just kind of knew like after high school I wanted to go to college, and then after college I really didn't have a plan, or like the plan that I did was very just kind of like basic, like what everyone was telling me to do. And like after college I see there's so many more routes that I can go to, and the fact that I still don't even know where I want to go is kind of like, it's really anxiety, but it's like also mind-blowingly like awesome. Like I could literally do whatever I want, go wherever I want. Like the possibilities are endless, and that's kind of exciting.
Thank you. This is awesome.
I'm Austin Hassler, and I study advertising.
All right, and how do you feel about being a senior in your upcoming graduation in May?
It's definitely frightening, and I kind of have a plan for my future, but obviously I can't go with a plan 100%, so it's uncertain, but I'm glad to have something in mind.
Okay. And do you have any idea what you want to do after? like career-wise?
Yeah, absolutely. I in the advertising world, there obviously are different agencies, and I prefer to work at an agency than in-house somewhere. But it's, about doing research now about the different agencies, and I have to learn like my specific style as a copywriter, because I focus in copywriting in advertising.
And obviously, like the atmosphere of where you want to work, because I'm assuming you want to find the perfect fit.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's such a competitive field that I'm gonna have to settle like for something, especially as like a junior coming in. And I'm so lucky because my parents live in northern New Jersey, and I want to work in New York, so they'll let me live in their basement with no windows for as long as I can while I save up for an apartment.
Yeah. It's something.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna have to compromise something for like what I want to do. I have a partner, my art director.
Okay.
Like my partner for school, I mean. But and we work together, and we're gonna start applying to jobs together as like a team.
Okay.
Which is, there are so many advantages and disadvantages to that. It's a crazy world, and I'm really just learning about it now. It's exciting.
All right. Reporting. Do you have any particular fears about your future career-wise or life-wise? Like, what are you like most scared about after graduation?
I think what I'm afraid of is that, I think the biggest issue that I've dealt with throughout college and stuff like that is just like losing my mind a little bit, not being able to focus because I just like get super anxious or something like that, and that kind of takes over, and when that happens I have a really, really hard time getting work done. And under like high stress situations, I kind of just like break down, and as a college student it's one thing, it's not great, but as a professional I could totally lose my job. So taking care of that, along with getting it like adjusted to a new setting and meeting new people, it can either be an amazing experience and really, really change things for me, or it can, go the opposite way.
Very true. And how do you feel about your current relationships, friend-wise or intimately? Do they seem like lasting ones, or do they still seem like, you're still trying to figure out who you want in your space and who you want in your corner?
I've always had like good relationships with people, like distance-wise, like friendships specifically. I'm not a relationship person. I would like to be, I guess, but it's hard to be in school, and a lot of my commitment is to my work. Most of my friends graduated 2 years ago, so this year has been kind of difficult, especially because the last rounds of them graduated last year, so I've been having to make new friends, and yeah.
All right. And to end on a high note, what are you most excited for about your future?
I'm really excited to put myself into my work, and especially because advertising, things are so big. Like, I can write on walls with a marker in a bathroom stall, or I can, write a poem that gets published on like a subway, like transit ad,
Yeah, the variety is huge.
Yeah, exactly. It really is. And I mentioned this earlier, but like I just really, really want to entertain people.
Yeah.
I think not having an influence, but just like being part of like the voice that speaks to the community that I'm a part of, whichever one that is, all encompassing. But
that's awesome. Thank you so much.
For the first question, it feels really good, but it's also extremely stressful to be a senior. There's so much work, but also at this point I've learned so much, and I'm consistently learning and improving, so it's really cool to like see all of my improvement. I'm excited for graduation. I am done with school at this point. For question 2, after graduation, ideally I would like to work in a game design field, and if not that, I'm not opposed to working in a sequential art field like storyboarding or concept art or something like that. For the third question, one fear that I do have is the game design industry is notorious for crunch time. So basically that means during the end of a project's lifetime, that's when you have to like get everything done really quickly, and there's just so many problems that come up and like so many different issues. So you end up working overtime a lot. And many companies are notorious for doing that to their employees, and usually it doesn't work out well. For the fourth question, how do you feel about your current relationships? All of the current relationships that I have at this point in my life are pretty much going to be like very long-lasting ones. I feel like all of the friends that I've made in college at this point and like still consistently talk to and still consistently visit and like interact with are gonna basically be the people that I'm gonna have for hopefully a long time. And for the final question, I'm most excited about going to other countries, traveling, getting hopefully some really cool creative jobs, and working on some really cool creative projects.
How do you feel being a senior in your upcoming graduation? I'm super excited to be graduating soon. More because I'm excited about not having to do homework and be able to do work that is being paid for. I'm excited because my brain has been hurting for years from learning, so that's something. So I'm just excited to give my brain a break and be able to have some more free time and not be so tied down to a curriculum or how many classes I miss or, if my work will be good enough or, any of the stigmas. Do you have an idea of what you want to do after? I have no idea, especially for my major, painting. The possibilities are endless. You could get a painting degree from SCAD, and in your career, you might not even paint ever. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do after. Probably move back to Austin, Texas, to be with my family for a little bit, to get on my feet for like a year or two, and then go my own way. Any particular fears about your future career and life-wise? I mean, of course, I have fears all the time. I have fears about everything. I actually have fears about graduating, even though I'm excited. I don't know what life is going to offer or, provide. So I'm constantly in fear. I try not to make that a big thing, but I'm always scared. I don't know what my career is going to be. I don't know what my life's going to be. It's up in the air. I have really good work ethic, so hopefully that will get me far. So I'm just trying to live presently and live day by day and, try to just give myself all the opportunities that life offers eventually. So I'm excited about, the opportunities, but I'm scared because I don't know of any opportunities yet, or I don't know how many will come, The unknown is scary. How do you feel about your current relationships, friends-wise, etc.? Do they seem like lasting relationships? I love my tribe. I love everyone that I've met here, and I love all my friends. I love my boyfriend, so those relationships are good. I'm not really scared about them not lasting. I know we'll be in contact with each other forever. I just know, even already, being in school, I don't get to see everyone as much. Even, the people I, love that are so dear to me, more so than just, fun acquaintances. But that's a little scary that I might not be able to see most of these people as often as I'd like, because I think it's important to have those relationships and maintain them, because it's nice to have a balance of work and play. So, and new friends after everything I've gone through here is just scary. So that's the only thing I have great friends. I'm not in any worry of us not, being in contact. But there's fear of not being able to see anyone. It might be 5-10 years before I see someone. So that's a little sad to think about. What are you most excited for about the future? I think the freedom of making my own schedule, where I live, how I live, with whom I live. I hope that my art will maintain a lifestyle that I really like, and I hope that I can make a name for myself and make some other bitches jealous who might have been talking shit in the past. But I want to be successful, and that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited about being successful, and even if I'm not, I just really want to be happy and have really great experiences and, have more freedom and create my schedule. So I think that's what I'm most excited about. And I want, more animals and not live with less than $100 in my bank account from time to time. I'd like to have a savings account and go nuts with that.